I just want you to know, I was spread eagled on the bed, and then I remembered I didn't do a check-in. Today was amazing. It was everything and more. I just realized it's a Monday, so I'm now 2 episodes behind on editing and posting. Oh my gosh, today was photo workshop. It was amazing. We ran it against some hiccups. We get there and we're like, okay, we need to set up a projector, right? They had a projector space, and like a little screen. None of it was working. The room was bright as fuck, so there were no blinds to like lower the brightness and use a backup projector we had. So we had to be ingenious and we had to be smart. I can't think of the word. And Maxine, who was one of our helpers, came in clutch. She had a vision. We used like these black blankets that we found and hung them over the projector that wasn't opening, and then put white blankets on top of those so that you can see the deck. In the meantime, Shay and Menelik were driving to Shay's place to pick up his desk monitor that we then brought and attached as a secondary screen. That ended up really, really being necessary because some of the photos just weren't legible and super blown out on the projector, but looked much better and obvious on the screen. So we had those running next to each other at the same time, and it was perfect. So shout out to the team. We figured that out and had everything final touches right when people were walking in. So nothing ever really will go ever to what you plan it to be. The class itself was great, had so much wonderful feedback, such a great group of people. I think only 4 people didn't show, 4 or 5, which for New York is a pretty good percent rate out of 30 people. And it was like a rainy day too. Such a great group, got great feedback. They were like, I enjoyed this tremendously and yada yada. And then afterwards, Benny and I stayed. They all helped break stuff down and clean things up, which was so sweet. And then Benny and I stayed to record some stuff, chatted a little more, and then I came home, treated myself to some sushi, and watched Fresh Prince, watched 2 episodes, and then I watched like 1 episode of Tony Bravo's YouTube channel. And then I did like a half episode of Pablo Bloom, but I was bored. Anytime it's like 25 and under, I don't care. It's just not fun, because it's like, this is not fun. They're too young. I think you need to be 25 and up to be on Pablo Bloom anyway. And I felt wrong watching without my boyfriend, because that's what we do. Like, we'll just put it on. I just wanted something on the screen. I didn't want to like scroll on my phone. I did a little bit, but I didn't want to like do that. I thought about reading, but I was so tired that I knew I was going to fall asleep if I started reading. And at that point, it was like 7 p.m. It was like 6, 7 p.m. Anyway, I'm in bed. And tomorrow I have a early graduation photo shoot. I hope this is my last one. I won't say no if anyone else reaches out. But I am getting tired of the 7:30 a.m. shoot days. So I need to edit 1 round like that came back. They made their selects. So the aim is to have that done. And hopefully I'm done with all graduation stuff by the end of this week, in terms of like the rounds of edit and things like that. It just takes too much time. And the people who have reached out were locked into my old pricing, so I don't have anyone booked on my new pricing. I do have one person who booked headshots. I have to respond back to that email. Tomorrow on the deck, we have the graduation, team meeting, working, catching up on emails that I missed today, the other job emails, photo workshop meeting, and a site tour visit for this potential project I'm helping up on, of like documenting this company's process of something. And then that's it. And I do need to book some remaining things for my Wednesday day off. I only booked my brow mapping appointment. I didn't book a hair appointment. I needed to find a salon, book a hair appointment. I like to book a massage. I found this place on TikTok that came up on my feed. It's like $100 for 2 hours, and you can like split different services. I was like, yeah, I need that. So I'm gonna see if there are appointments tomorrow. I don't know what the odds are to have one ready by Wednesday. And then hair. Really, the only thing to really book is hair. I already booked eyebrows, like I said, and massage. The rest I can walk in terms of, like, grocery shopping. Not grocery shopping, like going to Sephora to restock on my moisturizer and going to Uniqlo to get a pair of pants. It's definitely not budgeted any of this into my thing, but I need the day. I need it to just be away from my laptop. And I think the weather is much better from here on out. I think we're done with the cold starting today. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it all, but I'm on cloud 9 about today. I'm really excited to see what recap videos we have out. And it's just like kind of straight into planning the next one. We're already like mid-plan for that. We're trying to solidify everything for that this week in terms of who we want our educators to be and where the space will be, and release tickets soon. So that is the goal for today. Yeah, my boyfriend comes back this week. I missed him. I never thought I'd say that. I'm here missing a man. I do miss him. I miss my family too. I'm gonna see him soon. And yeah, very, very lovely day. I'm just so tired. So tired. So tired. My face was just breaking out, I think, because I'm barely eating and I'm not getting good sleep. So we need to fix that. Hopefully Wednesday kind of recenters myself. And I just need to get a better flow of a lot of things of just life. So figuring that out slowly but surely. But yeah, I'm so proud of you, girl. Oh my gosh. I'm just... yeah, on cloud 9. I love teaching, I really do. And I've gotten affirmed and validated by many different people that I'm really good at it. Even the support educators who were there were like, yeah, you explain stuff really, really well. It's hard condensing everything into 3 hours. One person gave feedback, one of the educators gave feedback of doing it maybe longer and just having more breaks. I think that may have to be the way to go. We've been doing them at 3 hours. This one and last year's, I think it has to be 4. Feels wrong to hold people hostage for 4 hours. Not hostage, you know what I mean? But it's so much to learn. Like, and we started from scratch as if you've never picked up a camera. Like, this is your first time touching a camera, which for some of the people in that room, it was their first time. So that I think was very important. And I want to make sure we bake in to the film and the how to edit and the studio. Like our one-on-ones, which is the first half of the series. So yeah, I think it went really, really well, and I really, really enjoy it. And I'm excited to see how the rest of this goes. Yeah, I'm gonna stop there. I want to go to bed. My head needs to be on a mattress pillow right now. I'll check in with you tomorrow. Hi, what's up? Gotta do a quick little thing. First off, trying to figure out if these are the same shade of black. I don't think so. So we may have to change that. I thought I did a thing yesterday, but I didn't. Yesterday, I posted a quick little thing. I really have to go, so it's gonna be really quick. I posted a thing being like, does anyone have a virtual assistant? Because I need help. And I had some questions. Tell me why. One person DM'd, was like, hey, I would love to work with you. 2 other people DM'd, and one person sent me a resume. So, thing is, I don't have money, and one of my friends suggested, like, doing an internship, but the most I can afford is, like, $100 a week, and that's, like, for maybe 10 hours of help, 8 hours of help, and that's less than minimum wage. And I would offer, like, mentorship and, like, hands-on photography guidance, which I think is very, very valuable, but if you don't know me, like, maybe that doesn't seem like the case. But now I'm thinking maybe project by project basis, like having someone help me on a project, or like I have different priority tasks, like my boyfriend made me make priorities. So maybe having different people help me with different priority buckets based on what they may be interested in, like also learning about. So that's something that happened yesterday, and I kind of worked late because I was like trying to get stuff done because today was my day off. It was amazing. It was so great. I started off the day, I wanted to like wake up early to have like a slow breakfast, like read, do Artist Way again, because I haven't done morning pages in a few days. So we're gonna start over with week 5, but I didn't, because I stayed up late, so I slept in. I gave myself time to sleep in, and then the first thing I did is I went to get my eyebrows done, but I was running late, so I took a car. I was like, oh, we started the day off bougie. Got my brows done by Afsa. She was amazing. She had a protractor, contractor, ruler, whatever, compass, all the things. So that was great. And then went to pick up Chipotle on the way to my massage. So got a massage. I got a full body massage. It was like a 60-minute massage with like the hot rocks. It was $75, which was pretty great. And then I went to... Oh, in between that, I went to GU. I went up to Soho because I was going to be early. So I went to Soho, grabbed some pants from GU, then went to massage, and then went back to Soho to Uniqlo, where I spent way too much money. And then I also went to Sephora and bought some moisturizer that I was running out of, some shampoo, like Olaplex shampoo, because I needed a shampoo. Because I'm running out of that one, so I just got the other shampoo. Like, I wanted to get the Sacred shampoo, but there's, like, only 3 Ultas in the city, and the other one was nowhere near, so I just got the Olaplex one. And then I skedaddled to get my hair done, and, oh my god, Jennifer, my hairstylist, my new favorite person, she was so funny. So my hair was, like, here to here, basically. She cut off a lot because a lot of it was damaged. Look how much healthier it looks. She also, like, for the first time ever with my hair, cut it straight across instead of, like, I have this V-shaped thing going. And then she's gonna fix the back of my hair, like, the color, because I didn't realize. She was like, girl, who colored your hair? Because there's, like, the front is pretty blended well, but the back, when she put a mirror back there, I gasped. I didn't know I was walking around like that. There's just chunks of like different color patches, and she was like, it doesn't fit your skin tone, it's blending in with your skin, you need something like to lift it. So I'm going back to her in July, and we're gonna do like a whole head of highlights and stuff to fix that up. But she was amazing. She was so knowledgeable, so fun. So I was doing my own haircuts, like I've been doing my own trims for the past year or so to save money. Same with my eyebrows, and both Afsa with the eyebrows and Jennifer with my hair were like, what the fuck? And that's one thing I love about New Yorkers. You gotta have thick skin, and I thankfully have grown that in the 4 years of living here, because they do not hold back about their thoughts. They do not hold back. Every few often Jennifer would be like, oh my gosh, your poor hair, the trauma it has gone through. She also was so anti-curly cuts, which I loved, because I'm anti-curly cut, and I was like, I thought it was gonna be hard to be like, hey, can you cut it while it's straight? And it's my first time getting it cut while it's straight. And she was like, yeah, like if someone asked me for a curly cut, I turn them away. I don't believe in it. And I was like, thank you. Because the 4 times I've gotten a curly cut have been like $200-$300, and I've hated it every single time and have had to recover from it. So she fixed it. She educated me a lot. Adored her. Then I went and got some sushi, and I got a little appetizer and a ginger ale with it, and I sat down. I was gonna take it home, but I just like, let's sit down and eat. So I did that, and then I came home, and I like kind of shared a little bit of my journey on social, like just like do a little like, make sure you're taking care of yourself. And now I'm dressed in my new pants. Usually, I bought a lot of things, guys. I bought a lot of things from Uniqlo, but usually I like to wash things, which you should, and I always do, but I'm staying in Brooklyn tonight and tomorrow. So I wanted something really cool to wear, and this fits the vibe that I'm going for. So, and then I'm going to wash it anyway when I get back. So now I'm on my way to see my boyfriend. He's back in town. He just got in like 2 hours ago, so I'm going to spend the night with him, and we're going to just have a good time. It's his birthday week as well. So his gift is me and my company. And tomorrow's exciting because I'm going to be in Brooklyn for most of it. One of my friends reached out who lives in the neighborhood, same neighborhood as my boyfriend, to catch up because we're trying to do like a barter exchange to help each other out. Like, she's a chef. So hopefully she'll feed me, and I'll help her out with any visual stuff that she needs, and like organizing of her content, because she's doing amazing stuff. And we both are like, we need help. So trying to lean in more to community and like how can we help each other out. And then just gonna do some content stuff for my part-time job at the store, and probably like work in a cafe. So that's kind of what tomorrow is looking like. Edit some stuff. So it's going to be like a slow day that I don't have to be in my apartment for, which is nice. So I think I'm just gonna spend the day tomorrow in Brooklyn, which is hence why I'm trying to look kind of cool. I think these are 2 different shades. Yeah, these are 2 different shades. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out another top. I was supposed to leave an hour ago. At this point, he's used to me not being, if he expects me to be on the time that I say that I'm going to be, like, that's his fault at this point. Sorry, babe. So that was my past 2 days. So I spent almost $1,000, if not $1,000 today. Yeah. And my thing is, I think I'm going to do this once a quarter. Like, I'm going to try and take more days off, as I should. Maybe just, like, slower days, cut down hours days, just because there's so much that I do, and it's what I love doing, that, like, I don't foresee myself taking long days off unless I'm on a vacation, like, physically away from the city and intentionally leaving laptop behind or something like that. But I do want to have a day once a quarter where I splurge on myself and make sure that I don't, like, my mom has always warned me about this too, like she's always been like this, because I'm the frugal one of the family in terms of, like, budgeting and stuff, and she's like, listen, like, you never know what's gonna happen in life tomorrow. Don't not enjoy your life while you're trying to save money and, like, hurt yourself in the process. Like, make sure you're still enjoying. I'm like, yeah, absolutely. So I want to, like, make sure that I'm maintaining that good relationship with money and, like, the abundance mindset of that, like, not being like I need to save every single thing and I can't enjoy my life. And I've been doing a pretty good job of still enjoying my life, but sometimes I'm like, I just want to take a car somewhere, or, like, I just want to get food that's not $10, you know, or, like, not feel guilty about that and not think, like, immediately do calculations of, like, oh my gosh, what am I going to have to make to offset this, right? So for today's adventure, I'm taking it out of my savings, so it's not going to impact any of the money that I made, which is great. Oh my gosh, something else that happened. I was doing calculations yesterday of how much I need to make for the rest of this month, which is, I guess, the rest of the next few days, to make, like, my goal. And I'm trying to make just a little bit more. I'm going to up this. Like, I'm going to try and double it. But the past 2 months has just been make a little bit more than what I made the month prior. And I was like, oh, I'm $400 shy. I kid y'all not, guys, y'all. Within an hour, I had 2 DMs back to back, maybe like 10 minutes within span of each other, hiring me for something, and guess how much it amounted to? $400. Yeah. Granted, it's going to be the first week of July or June instead of May, so technically it's not going to count towards the May income. But, like, the way, and then again, when I said I need help, I need an assistant, I posted on my story. I have 4 people in my DMs and emails saying that they want to work with me and help me out. Like, you speak what you want and that shit comes. And I've had so many examples of that, and I just, like, wanted to really make sure that I documented that one, because that one was literally, like, I sat there on my phone, I was like, what? Like, I opened IG and then I got the little vibration, it was like bzz, bzz, and it was 2 different hiring requests. So yeah. And oh my god, I forgot about that. I literally have a gig this weekend that's $400 on the dot that came in a few days ago. Speak your truth. So I'm gonna say this out loud. Next month, for the month of June, my income will be doubled what I made for May. It's scary to say that, but I've had proof over and over again that the moment I say that I want something, it comes, you know? So that's gonna be the goal for next month. So all good shit. But yeah, so going to this. So I did dip into my savings to cover this day for myself, and I'm going to give myself this experience once a quarter. I used to do it where once a quarter I would splurge on, like, shopping for some items that I really want, usually, like, statement piece clothing or something. But I think I really like actually like getting my hair done, and, like, maybe next time I'm gonna get a facial. I've never gotten a facial. Maybe get my nails done, like, go shopping, get a massage, things that physically actually help me, because I was neglecting my hair and my eyebrows and my skin and my eating and, like, all the physical things. I feel like creatively, spiritually, and mentally and emotionally, I'm in such a great place. I've been filled over and over again. Physically, I have not been. So we need to get onto that. So I think that should be more of a consistent practice, not a once a quarter practice, but that's what I needed in this moment. And this was a Q1, Q2 joint thing. Hence, if my limit is $500 per quarter, I had $1,000 for this one to splurge. And it's wild to hear me say that. But just know that I save. Okay. So I was able to do this. So shout out me from the past for making sure that I'm looking out for myself, and shout out me from today. I look so fucking good. Like, I'm so excited to see what this looks like curly. because like the shape is probably gonna look so good. Oh my gosh, Jennifer, I'm obsessed with you. Okay, my boyfriend's like probably like, where the fuck is this woman? So I'm gonna go. I'll check in with you tomorrow. Hey, what's up? We gotta whisper. It's almost 1 a.m. and I'm in the living room. And Rumi's asleep. I didn't intend to stay up. I worked for my boyfriends all day today. And I went to the store. I feel like my life is in 3 buckets right now. There's part-time job, photo workshop, and my photography job. And like everything else besides that. But those are like the 3 primary buckets that have been taking up my time. So I didn't really do photo work. I don't even remember what I did today. Anyway, I didn't really get much part-time job work done this week. So I was organizing some stuff, prepping for a meeting tomorrow. I did go in today, make some content. So I have a lot of content. Now I just have to like batch edit stuff and start plugging them in. To fulfill the creative aspect of my job. Because I've been doing a lot of the community. Yeah. I've been really enjoying it. It's just like trying to find harmony. Because I'm also doing very similar work in coordination with photo workshop. So essentially a lot of my days are like hours in front of the computer. Just coordinating and producing stuff. Yeah. But I wanted to sleep in, or go to sleep early initially, and then wake up early so that I can knock some stuff out before tomorrow. I have to do some errands, and then I have to a meeting. I'm going downtown for a coffee with someone who's interested in being a personal assistant, or at least helping me on project by project basis. So that is what I did earlier. I made a note, like a document of like what, just dumped everything that I have in my head, what I need to do, prioritize them, identified what I like to do and what I want to be doing and what I hate doing, identified of the things that I hate doing, are there already existing solutions? So like TaskRabbit and, free legal clinic with Freelancers Union for the contracting help, and waking up at 5 a.m. to find more harmony. And then that left me with the things that I would need like an actual person to help me with. So I think that really helped me solidify like what I would need help with and what I would like to outsource for, which allows me to better come into a conversation with people. And right now I have the coffee tomorrow, or I guess technically later today, and then a virtual call next week with someone who sent me their resume and has experience in social content and like creator representation, I guess. And so I feel that they would really be helpful for me on like the social media strategy side of things. And then the person I'm meeting with tomorrow may be more helpful with like project by project basis stuff. But I really want to gauge what they're interested in doing, because I don't have much to offer financially. So I definitely want to like make sure that they're coming to the table telling me what they would like to do that would benefit them in ways that maybe like can be supplemented with the fact that I don't have much money, And then definitely looking into like TaskRabbit or like meal prepping services, something just to figure that part of my life out. I did send a lot of emails today doing inquiry responses. I did also apply to a casting, actually. My friend sent me a casting for photographers, and that led me into this like whole of the casting website itself, because I have like a 2-week free trial. So I went ahead and was like kind of just randomly submitting for things, not really trying, but I was like, why not? We have a 2-week free trial. And then I started a HoneyBook account. I think you get a month free trial. But I haven't even set that up yet. I just started one just to kind of, like, it was off the tail end of me writing out what I could need help with and, like, the business admin side of things. The solution is using pre-existing software systems to help me organize all that stuff. Did a lot of photo workshop work. We're now in the mid thick of coordinating the film photo workshop. So, and it's like a lot more lift than the other ones, and they just progressively will get more and more complicated just because I'm not teaching the primary as anymore. So like now I have to manage like bringing the co-leads in and like briefing them and making sure that they fit our general curriculum while also like having their flair of teaching and what they want to share. So just a lot more things to like be prepping in advance. And yeah, so yeah, had some quality time with my man, which is nice. Yeah. The weekend's kind of really busy. Next week went from completely empty to every single day of the week I have a gig, which is great, but I'm just like, I really need a harmony. I really need to find some type of like cadence. I haven't been able to figure that out. Oh my gosh, I did come across, so I have like a commercial request kind of, and I did like preliminary photography for them, which I probably shouldn't have until the contract came out, but it's in good faith, which you shouldn't do, but it just is. And he was like, okay, well, let me know what you need from me to like solidify this. So I sent a list of questions informed by this guy I found on LinkedIn who's led me to a Substack, and he has a whole Substack on everything about like breaking down commercial usage, pay, like the thought process behind it, what questions you should be asking, all the things, and it was so helpful. It took me like 45 minutes to craft the email, but now I just have to take the time to sit through actual like pricing, just so I'm ready when I get a response back, if I get a response back. But it's potentially my first like commercial opportunity. Yeah, I've been surrounded a lot. I've been subscribing to a lot of different freelancers and just like kind of absorbing the stuff that they share and their experiences. Some of them, like, you know, take what makes sense for you, and it's just been a really good mindset to encourage me to dream bigger and to ask for more with that I'm worth. And I'm seeing the toll that like chasing after these small things is taking on me, especially when I'm not doing what I actually want to be doing, you know? So I'm really hoping also that like, I think I get paid tomorrow with the part-time job. I just want to see what that financially looks like after taxes, just so I can readjust what I can say yes or no to. That's the perk of having the part-time, is being able to have a little more stable income come in so that I can lay off doing the shoots that I don't really want to be doing. You know, so excited to see what that looks like when it hits the account, just so I can readjust things. Anyways, kind of what's been on my mind. I'm so scared to go to my room because that thing is dirty. I also gotta clean my room. I have to do laundry. Like, that's the thing, is like, it's just so much. Like, you mean on top of everything else I do, I now gotta do laundry and cook. The fridge, there's a steak I treated myself to. I bought like 2.5 weeks ago. I don't think it's good anymore. I probably should just toss it. That's $10. I just haven't had the time to make a steak, like make a dinner. So I need to figure that out. I would like to, like, and also just May, just like, what? How is it June in 2 days, 3 days? It's ridiculous. Okay. I'm like now getting overwhelmed by all the things that I need to do and that I haven't done. I'm like bringing my brother to New York for 2 weeks to stay with me. And I haven't even booked any of that. You know. But like in a good way. Anyway. Good night. I understand I've been a little MIA. Featuring my dinner. I have a lot of updates. Who knows when the fuck any of this will get posted, huh? Alright. So I'm gonna close out this past week. And then when you watch the next week, it'll be me in the same fit, because I'll give an update, I guess, on today. Because today technically is a new episode, a new week. But I haven't posted the past 2 weeks, so we're now 3 weeks behind. So quick wrap up, I don't remember last time I chatted, but it was a really beautiful weekend, honestly. It was very, very packed and busy. It was my boyfriend's birthday weekend, so I kind of like locked into girlfriend duties. But I'm trying to remember what happened Thursday night. Something happened Thursday night. Friday night was a comedy show. My boyfriend's comedy show with our run club, and last minute they needed a photographer, so I was already gonna be there, so I stepped in. But that day was like hectic. I was just like, I need to get as much done, and it was a day that I was like, girl, what? I just questioned my will to live. Like, yeah. So that was a lot, and I was like exhausted by the end of the night. Next day, it was his birthday, and I went to Run Club because I was teaching a photo workshop, but like a very brief, it was just 1 hour split between me and Zabi, who's video, to a videographer, and we were just teaching, like, it was like objects in motion, and it was a series, five episode series, event experience series by Posh, where it was different, that was called the 5 senses. So the Run Club's was sight. So they had us teach, and that was such a fun experience. That was really, really fun, and I just reinforced that I really love teaching. And it's so cool because seeing one of the students who came to last week's photo workshop, he was there, and like, he's just been posting stuff on his story, and he's just taken so much and really like taken it in, and he's got such a great eye, and all he needs is the technical skills, and he's been doing so great. So that's been really fun to watch. Deep in the planning for film photo workshop. So what else happened Saturday? I was supposed to then go help a friend assist on set, like last minute, and also stop by a friend's birthday. The friend birthday surprise got canceled, and it just didn't make sense for me to stay in Brooklyn, like hanging out. So I went home and I napped. I was supposed to grind because I wanted to finish a photo edit, graduation photo shoot, and I also wanted to finish the Run Club comedy show shoot. But I knocked out, and I needed to, like, I was exhausted. It was just so much that I had gone through in like 2 days. So knocked out, and then went to boyfriend's birthday celebration, which was really great. Next day was such a great day. Honestly, it was such a lovely, lovely day. We had such a good morning, did some walking, had some great food, and I didn't start work till 5. I stopped by the store, and I had like a self-employed baddies meetup, just like friends and like mutuals and group chat people who I invited who are all self-employed. Only one person showed up, and then another person at the very end. But the person who did show up, Kelly, was so great. Like, we had such a great conversation. We already knew each other. And yeah, potential working together opportunities. So that was just a great conversation, great time to catch up. It was such great weather that day. And then I spent the evening graduation photo edit, so I sent that off by the evening, and then that brings us to today, where I finished all pending shoots. They've all been sent out, invoices have all been sent out. Yeah, so that was the weekend. I won't go into today because that'll be next. I'm gonna stop this and then do that. But a great weekend. Filled my cup. It was really gorgeous, really well done, and it was really nice to see so many friends. Like, saw so many different people, so that was really lovely. Yeah. So I'm just trying to still really find like harmony and balance with what I'm doing. Oh, I forgot to give the best update. So Friday, I posted on my Instagram story that I like was looking for anyone who has a personal assistant. Because I just want to like pick their brain, because I need help, but I can't afford like a personal assistant. But I was just like wanting to like, gauge people's thoughts. And one person who was in the photo workshop last week, digital photography workshop I taught, reached out, and we met up on Friday and had coffee. And when I tell you she's already solved so many of my problems, like, oh my gosh, she's amazing. She's me in a different form. Like, I'm obsessed with her. So I'm gonna bring her on like as a creative strategy consultant for 2 sessions, we've decided tentatively, and then also have her as like a pre-production / assistant producer for a project that I really want to prioritize this year. And yeah, that was so great, and she just had so many great ideas, and I think it's just so much easier. Like, she just thinks so detailed, just like in the way that I think, but haven't been able to think. And also I think it's hard to strategically organize yourself when you're in it. She was able to already identify so many buckets of like, okay, why are you doing this? Why don't you do this? Yada, yada, yada. And that was just, I'm so excited to like work with her. So that's just an expense that I think is so worth it, because 6-month check-in into the year and halfway through, and I'm just overwhelmed and overworked for not that much gain back. And I just think of the life I was living the first 3 months of this year, where I was relaxed, I was flowing, like I was making progress, but like wasn't stressed. I had so much time for myself. I was reading, running, like spending time with family, and it's like a complete different story this time around. And that's not something I'm proud of, honestly. Like, I'm proud of what I'm doing. The photo workshop largely takes up a lot of my time, and that's unpaid. This new part-time job is paid, takes up a lot of time. And my gigs and stuff. And really it's like trying to pivot from, I kind of pigeonholed myself into doing the work that I don't want to be doing for photo gigs, because I'm like, I just need to pay rent, like I'll take anything. And so I really need to reposition myself into the work that I want to be doing. And that means investing time and having proof of concept of this project. It means like repositioning and rethinking my strategy of how I show up on socials and how I talk about what I'm doing and who I reach out to and yada yada. So I'm really excited to have her help me make that pivot. And in another old me would be like, why would I pay for this? I can do this myself. Like, honestly, I've been like, I wonder if I just locked myself up for a week somewhere, like I could probably do this myself, but I just have no brain power. Like, I have no mental capacity. I just want to have someone tell me, like, not tell me what to do, but like guide me through the process. And I think it's great value because she's exploring, like, she's on sabbatical and she's exploring her own freelance career and potentially offering this service to other people. And so we're kind of growing together and learning as we go together, which is really great. So I like that investment, and she was really excited about that. I just kind of dumped everything that I needed help with and like had her identify what she was interested in. And gonna have a similar conversation in a few days with another person who reached out, who like unprompted sent their resume, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. And she's more of an expert in like influencer management. So there's some stuff in like the social sphere and how I show up in that space that I think she could be helpful for, but I am once again gonna like share what I need help with, maybe omit the stuff that this other woman is helping me with, and see what she finds interesting, because I want to make sure it's like I'm not able to pay people fully what they should be charging, and I make that very transparent. Like, I am on a budget, and both of them have been super like, I want to grow with people, and that's totally fine. Like, I like yada yada. So I want to make sure it's actually something that they want to do, and like they get something from it too. So there's a woman right now who I'm already working with, like she wants to learn more about photo production and that whole experience and process. So that's why having her on to help me as like an assistant producer is valuable, especially for her, as well as for me to just have that help and accountability, but especially for her because she's like, oh, I get to like now see how to run something or how to take an idea from a visual standpoint and move it into this and all these things. So very, very exciting. That was my big thing. And the way I felt just relief while having a conversation with her, I was like, yes. So that was the big one. But I'm gonna like munch a little bit and then I guess I'll film Monday today, what happened today. I'll probably keep it short. My fridge, oh my gosh, my fridge, I spent so much money. I'm spending as if I got it. And right now, and I had to dip into savings to pay rent this month. Not because I didn't make rent. I did make rent, but net 30. So those payments, I've got like 4 pending invoices. They probably won't hit till end of July. So, I had to dip in order to like actually pay this one. Theoretically, the money will come, I guess, later down the line. So that's another challenge of freelancing, is you're on net 30. I lucked out the past month and a half, 2 months, because it was grad photos, so like people were sending me money immediately, versus like more of the stuff recently has been like brand organization work, so it takes a minute for the money to come through. So that was kind of like it. I like to say I've been spending money that I shouldn't be spending. I just haven't had the time to go grocery shopping. That is another thing. The moment I am paying, I want to invest in the 2 women, especially the one I'm already working with, to help me strategize, right? Because that will, if all goes well, will help me make more money. The moment I got money, I am outsourcing food. I don't know if I need to have a chef come in once a month and meal prep for me, or twice a week. I don't know, but I need this taken care of, because I can't keep doing this. I don't have the energy to think about food, and I'm sick of it. So, and I'm eating shit. I'm eating terribly. Like, so bad. Oh my gosh. If I even eat. So, that's not good. That's not good at all. For my wallet and for my health. So. But I emptied out my fridge today because I basically wasn't home for longer than like 3 hours this whole weekend. Since Friday, honestly. Yo, there's stuff in there going bad. I need to air out the fridge tomorrow. So, that was... yeah. I could go grocery shopping tomorrow, but I don't want to. So, anyway. Let me finish this slice and then I'll check back in for this next week. But another week, another dollar. We made it!